Hello dear students, now we have reached the last lesson of Social Studies of Class 4. Lesson 16, Human Rights. The name of the lesson is Human Rights. Have you heard about Abraham Lincoln? Who was Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln was the President of the United States of America, and he was against the social evil, the slavery system, which was practiced in the American society. What is the slavery system? The slavery system is the system in which people are owned by other people as slaves. In the slavery system, people are owned by other people, and he did not get any freedom from his owner, and he must do all the works according to the wish of his owner. Then now we have studied that the Abraham Lincoln was against slavery system, and he abolished slavery system after became the President of America. Do you know that every person has the right to live with dignity? Dignity means respect. Every human being has the right to live with dignity or respect. The basic right of a person is that one should have to live with self-respect. One should have to live with self-respect or self-dignity is the basic right of a person. The human rights are classified into two groups. The human rights can be classified into how many groups? Two groups. The first group includes economic, social and cultural rights. The right of life, the right of liberty and freedom of expression comes under economic, social and cultural rights. And the second group consists of civil and political rights. The right to food, the right to education and the right to work come under the civil and political rights. Now we have studied that the human rights are classified into two groups. They are economic, social and cultural rights, and another one is civil and political rights. Next, let us study some important human rights. Right to food is the most important human right, and it is the fundamental right of everyone to be free from hunger. Without adequate food, one cannot live with dignity. Adequate means enough. Without enough food, one cannot live with dignity. Unfortunately, there are millions of people still suffering with hunger all over the world. Now we have studied that the right to food is the most important fundamental right of everyone to live without hunger. But millions of people still suffering with hunger all over the world. The next right is the right to education. The right to education is another important human right. But there are millions of children in the age group of 5 to 15 who do not have the opportunity to go to school. The right to education is another important human right. But millions of children below 15 years old are not getting the chance to go to school, and they are forced to work for their livelihood. According to our constitution, the government should provide free and compulsory education for children up to 14 years of age. The right to education is one of the most important fundamental rights which is mentioned in the Indian Constitution. Then another important right is the right to health care. The right to health care is another basic need for a dignified life. The right to health care means not only the absence of disease, but it also includes physical, mental and social well-being. Now we have studied three important human rights. Which are they? They are the right to food, the right to education and the right to health. Besides this, we have a right to equality, liberty of thought, expression, belief and faith. Liberty means freedom. Besides the above human rights, which are the three human rights that we have studied? The right to food, the right to education and the right to health. We have a right to equality, liberty of thought, expression, belief and faith. These are also essential for a person to live with dignity. Have you heard about the UN? The full form of UN is United Nations. The United Nations was formed after Second World War in 1945, and it is a international organization. The United Nations is the international organization, and the main aim of UN is to maintain peace in the world. The main aim of United Nations is to maintain peace in the world. And the General Assembly, UN General Assembly is the largest organ of the United Nations. After realizing the importance of protecting the human rights for world peace, the United Nations General Assembly adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights on 10th December 1948. The meaning of declaration is a forceful announcement. After realizing the importance of human rights for world peace, the UN General Assembly adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. When? On 10th December 1948. Therefore, 10th December is celebrated as Human Rights Day all over the world. Why do we celebrate 10th December as the Human Rights Day by all over the world? Because in order to protect the human rights for world peace, the United Nations UN General Assembly adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights on 10th December 1948. Therefore, every year 10th December is celebrated as the Human Rights Day. Then in India, to protect the human rights, we have the National Human Rights Commission and the State Human Rights Commissions, which are the two commissions that worked for the protection of human rights. The first one is the National Human Rights Commission, and the second one is the State Human Rights Commissions. Besides these two commissions, we also have a large number of voluntary organizations and individuals who work for the protection of human rights. Mother Teresa and Subramani Bharati are two outstanding people in India who worked for the protection of human rights. Mother Teresa and Subramani Bharati are the two great personalities of India who work for the protection of human rights. While Mother Teresa worked for the economic, social and cultural rights, Subramani Bharati worked for the civil and political rights of Indians. So let us study about their contribution towards making the world a better place. Subramani Bharati. Subramani Bharati was born at Idyapuram in Tamil Nadu on 11th December 1881. Subramani Bharati was born on 11th December 1881 at Idyapuram in Tamil Nadu. At the young age of 11 years, he got the title Bharati by the ruler of Idyapuram for his poetic talent. Because of his poetic talent, Subramani Bharati got the title Bharati by the ruler of Idyapuram. And he wrote poems on many subjects. His main theme was nationalism and patriotism. Nationalism and patriotism were the main theme of Subramani Bharati. His poems were inspired by the freedom fighters, and he also wrote poems against social evils like caste system and untouchability. His language was simple, so even the ordinary people could understand his message. So he is known as the people's poet. Why Subramani Bharati is known as people's poet? Because his language was very simple, that helped the common people to understand his message. And he died in 1921. The next great personality who works for the protection of human rights is Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa's real name was Agnes Gonza Bonjazu. Mother Teresa, earlier known as Agnes Gonza Bojazu. And she was born to Albanian parents in Yugoslavia on 27th August 1910. She became a nun at the age of 18. Nun means a member of a religious community of women. She became a nun at the age of 18. Then she came to India to teach at the Loreto Convent in Kolkata. There was a slum near the convent, and she was noticed that the people living in the slum were very poor, and she started going to the slum daily to distribute food, clothes and medicines. Later she left the Loreto Convent and started the Missionaries of Charity in 1950 in Kolkata to look after the poor and needy children. To look after take care the needs of the needs and welfare of the poor and the needy children, Mother Teresa started the Missionaries of Charity in 1950. Mother Teresa worked hard to bring comfort to the neglected sections of the society. Mother Teresa worked hard to the neglected sections of the society. So she was called the Saint of Gutters and the Angel of Mercy. Mother Teresa was also known as the Saint of Gutters and the Angel of Mercy because she worked hard to bring comfort to the neglected sections of the society. Mother Teresa received many awards like Magsaysay Award in 1962, the Bharat Ratna in 1980 and many more. She was also awarded the Nobel Prize for Peace in 1979. In 1979, she also was awarded the Nobel Prize for Peace. Mother Teresa passed away on 5th September 1997. She was also 97 in Kolkata. Mother Teresa passed away on 5th September 1997 in Kolkata. She was indeed a mother to entire humanity, but her memories are still fresh in our minds. Her mission is being carried by her followers, the Missionaries of Charity. Now we have studied two great important personalities who worked for the protection of human rights. Who are they? They are Subramanian Bharati and Mother Teresa. And also we have studied some important human rights. I hope you all understood this lesson. Read the textbook several times. Complete the notes. Thank you.